Jack Burton, and Carolina has a touchdown
They're
on
like,
a
oh,
pick
well, we need
six.
real players. Oh, okay. So, you need a quarterback? Sure.
Another opportunity, spins out of a sack, throws it to the back of the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown, New Orleans.
He's up to the 30. He's gone, baby. My goodness. Somebody cool off that man's feet because they're on fire.
This is going to explode big time.
The SFL Network on Twitch welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
You are looking live from sold-out Robbers Cave in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Oklahoma City Renegades play host to the Carolina Skyhawks. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup, alongside my color man, Rick Northrup.
Good morning.
Early kickoff here from the Sooner State between two teams looking to improve their records. Seeing the numbers on screen, Carolina leads the head-to-head series 4-2. While Carolina has a stronger defense, OKC has the better offense, if by 5 spots. And when it comes to total defense, OKC is near the bottom.
Uh-oh.
And they're 9th in turnover difference. Sully Richardson and Deacon Nickens meet him in field. The rookie quarterback Richardson calls a toss a coin. It is heads. Carolina elects to put the strength of their team on the field first as they elect to kick. Rick, as you know, as you see it, how do you see this game shaping out today?
Well, as I see it, I know both teams are out of the running for the playoffs, but they're very evenly matched. And I expect an exciting contest here in Robbers Cave.
Wally Herman has the ball teed up. He was just signed this week. Kick it. We're underway. And a return by Ashley Rose Finch up over the 30-yard line, and we'll get stopped there. So we're going to look at the man they call the Reverend, Deacon Nickens, on the field first for Oklahoma City. We'll run through the rest of the lineups in just a moment. So there's a look at DJ Majesty, linebacker for Carolina. I formation, Moses close, Williams deep. Here's the give. Second man through is Jason Williams, and he will pick up 2 yards. He's the halfback, number 34.
Just an old-fashioned get-started play there.
DJ Moses is the fullback, number 3 overall pick, number 28, a rookie. Joe Clark Jr., number 18, and Ermac Jackson, number 88, are the wide receivers. Tight end is Tiberius Bovine, and they also have the non-contracted Alonzo Bama, number 11.
We got a check down happening here. Check with me.
Nickens back to throw. Fires it out to Williams on the screen, has blockers, and picks up a first down to the 42.
Carolina gets crossed up there a little bit, and nobody picks him up out of the backfield.
So for Carolina defense, they contracted players. They have Phil Hall, number 92, at defensive tackle. The other tackle is number 93, Christopher Cologne. The inside linebacker is DJ Majesty, number 95. Number 99 is Shervan Prasad. The corner is Zane Doty, number 21. As Nickens drops back to throw, fires over the middle. It's complete for a 2-yard pickup. I believe that is, yes, that is Moses, the fullback, out of the backfield. And the safeties are Rochelle Colston, one of a handful of female players in the league, and Tristan Hapley is a strong safety. And they also have the non-contracted defensive end, number 98, Forrest Stark. 6'4", 305. Nickens drops back to throw, fires over the middle. It is incomplete.
Oh,
He was looking for Joe Clark Jr. Just out of his reach.
dangerous place to be a little errant with your pass, as Carolina had, by my count, 4 defenders about 5 yards deeper in the field, and a little tip or just kind of airmail directly to one of them would have been a disaster.
3rd down and 8. They line up in the I formation. Tight end flex down as the 3rd wide receiver. Nickens, 7-step drop. Fires down the middle of the field. It is complete.
Foot race.
To Joe Clark Jr., who scores a touchdown for OKC.
Oh, and what is that? Taking a nap?
He took a nap on the football. He used the football as a pillow. As Clark just runs the deep post cut.
It finds a little gap there in the coverage.
Takes advantage of the fact that Carolina has 1 contracted corner.
And nobody in El Area to receive that ball. Nice reception.
There's Johnny Omega to try the extra point. And the kick is good. So with 9:22 left, OKC is in front of Carolina, 7-0.
We talked about this in past broadcasts, Colin, but when they get down there, all those big heavies have to run down there on the O-line, and then they got to hold their stance while the kicker takes his sweet time to get ready.
Here's the kickoff by Omega to Harish Prasad, who was recently named co-owner of this team. And Prasad spins up the middle, goes to the 40, and will get knocked down at the 45-yard line. It's a good starting field position for this Carolina Skyhawk team.
That's a good-looking run for a sharp-dressed man.
Yep, indeed.
Voted best dressed at the SFL Summer Meetings 2019 by my recollection, Colin.
Yes, as Sully Richardson lines up with Randy Mercury, his halfback, and Tony Zoma, his fullback, in the backfield. 3 wide receivers. Richardson drops back to throw. Flare this one out to Zoma, who only picks up a yard.
A lot of running around for not much forward progress. That tip to our Canadian friends. Hey, good morning, Canada. Have a donut.
Randy Mercury, second-year fullback, number 35. Tony Zoma, the rookie fullback. The receivers are Dupree Hudson and Harish Prasad, and the tight end is the non-contracted Jack Flash, number 86. Here's to give the Mercury his first carry of the day, breaks a tackle, and will move forward for about 8 yards to set up a 3rd and manageable.
Just kind of breezed over Jack Flash. That might be one of the best names so far this morning. By the way, Canada, what time is the Brewers retail open on a Sunday? Noon?
I would imagine so.
I don't know. They have a lot of different rules over there.
Well, we'll set the OKC defense for you after this play. Split backfield with Mercury and Zuma. Here's to get to Mercury and a dive up the middle. He picks up the first down. Tackled there by a host of OKC defenders. And John Gregory is the linebacker, number 47. He used to play for Carolina. This is his 2nd year in OKC. Day Drury is the inside linebacker, number 58. The corners are Parker, the Hurricane Thomas, and Ashley Rose Finch. As they carry up the middle of the Mercury.
With a flag on the play.
Thomasina Rahman on the hit. We get an offsides call from our 62. And the guilty party is number 72, Damon Malinsky. Jumped a little bit early, so.
Well, sorry about that, Colin. Go ahead.
So they get a 1st and 5.
Our 62's up early in the morning, and you know who else is, Colin? Nick Castle set his alarm just to get up and watch the game. Now that's commitment. We appreciate that.
And here's to give to Mercury. Picks up the first down, dragging 2 defenders. So the safeties for OKC are Thomasina Rahman. She is the brother of Tom Rahman Jr. and the daughter of Tom Rahman Sr., both of whom those guys are on the Las Vegas Fury. And Brady Clark is the free safety, number 43.
Nothing like a good Sunday morning football game, Colin. And if you're like me, ladies and gentlemen, a coffee achiever, it's a great way to have that first cup
Quick
of coffee.
drop. Over the middle. Oh, it's dropped. Knocked away. Gregory was in the neighborhood laying the wood on Prasad.
There's a lot of traffic in there. If anybody would have caught that ball, it would have been an amazing catch, but it's incomplete. And we're back to 2nd and 10.
There's a look at Prasad. Standard pro set backfield with Zoma and Mercury. Flash is on the right side. They will run. The side flashes in, and it'll pick up only a couple of yards to set up a 3rd and 7.
Thought they may. Carolina was thinking maybe they'd created a little hesitancy and some running room up the middle. OKC's on the Johnny on the spot and nothing doing. Brings up 3rd and long. Carolina just outside the red zone. Would like to put some points on the board here.
They empty with 4 wide receivers and a tight end flat. Here's Richardson, short outcut, and that's not going to do it, but that's going to put him in good position to at least get 3 points here.
That's a reasonable field goal attempt. Tell us about their kicker, Colin.
Their kicker is Wally Herman. He was signed in week 11. And this is one of the guys, many people, who has gone from the couch to the field. Holder is the backup quarterback, Jamison Klein, number 9.
Nice job on the kicker, Colin. That was something we had not prepped for to talk about Carolina kicker. Handled it beautifully.
Wally Herman will miss the field goal. Oh, my.
Oh, that's too bad. That's not a beautiful field goal attempt.
So they thought they could come away with 3 points, but they get nothing.
Get nothing.
Oh, my good.
You'll have a cheeseburger and like it. Well, OKC can't believe their luck. And they trot their offense back on the field.
Here's Nickens. We'll have a weak set of an offset eye to the right side. Nickens with the deep drop, rainbow shot, far down the field, wide open is Irving Jackson all the way down to the 11-yard line. This is a guy who had 207 receiving yards last week against Tulsa in their 41-37 loss. And the Deacon throwing up a prayer, and it found salvation in the arms of Jackson.
Well, that's yeah. I was just about to make the comment. I didn't even get there. That Carolina might be feeling bad about themselves with that missed field goal, but all they need to do is just play a little defense, get the ball back, and
one play there in the red zone. Here's the throw out to Bovine on first down. He gains about 2 yards to the 9.
they make a mistake on the back end, and here's OKC in the red zone.
Looked to be some kind of double move, because that's probably about the only way a receiver in the Simulation Football League would end up that wide open.
Oh no, something. We didn't get a replay on it, so we couldn't see if it was a busted coverage or.
Standard pro set backfield, 2 receivers to the bottom. And Nickens pops this one up to Moses, and he will only gain, I'll give him 2 yards on the reception.
Good pursuit by Carolina on that one, as it looked like there was going to be plenty of room to roam towards the end zone.
Well, Stephen Mullinex, good morning, sir. He says the Rick meter is sleeping in.
Yeah, it's a little early, but I appreciate the
and
the Rick meter.
Nickens over the middle, 3rd and goal. Will only get to the 6-yard line. It was a leaping grab by Bovine. So Carolina bows up in the red zone, following the big pass from Nickens to Jackson.
The Rick meter typically likes to see a couple of possessions, offensive possessions by each team before it starts publicizing its feelings. But should this be a successful make, I think it will bend toward OKC.
Here's the hold. The snap is high, but it's down, and the kick is right down the middle. So OKC converts the opportunity in the big pass into 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
Well, and as I alluded to, the Rick meter has sent in its first reading, and it is now leaning OKC here in the first quarter.
Welcome in Mark Chisholm, owner of the Atlanta Swarm. He says he's pulling double duty, watching his team play Charleston and getting some scouting in on these Renegades for next week. Harish Prasad spins up to the 27.
That is tough double duty. Demands a high degree of focus, and he's the man for the job.
So Carolina, they had a nice drive going. Unfortunately for their new kicker, Wally Herman, he missed the field goal off to the right-hand side. They go 3 receivers, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Richardson, quick drop back, throws it out to Mercury, and Mercury making some moves in the open field will pick up 6 yards before Thomasina Rahman spears him down.
Mercury ascending for all you astronomy heads.
You know, want to spotlight Ashley Rose Finch just for a moment. She had a 92-yard kickoff return against Tulsa last week. Very dangerous in the open field, this Finch. Mercury gets carried, runs over a defender, and picks up the first down. He's averaging 5.4 yards a carry at this point.
And the Red Planet is now beginning to make a statement in the sky. Oh, that was terrible. I'll try again. More coffee.
Bodyguard Zoma in front of Mercury, lined up to the left-hand side. Richardson throws down the middle. Oh! He had Dupree Hudson, but it was knocked away beautifully by Rahman. 2nd down and 10.
I will say the Rick meter is noticing his really proclivity so far to throw into traffic over the middle, and watch out for some danger zone there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wobbly pass. It was focused on the backup free safety Soto for OKC for some reason, even though he wasn't involved in the play. Come on, you'd think these boys in the truck would get it together by now.
Well, it's still early. They're taking a double dose of Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew. That'll jumpstart him here by the 2nd quarter, I'm sure.
Double tight end wing. Here's to give up the middle to Mercury, and he's stopped on the line of scrimmage for no gain by Drury. Playing that run fill. Beautiful. We have a 3rd down and 10 situation. They empty everybody out. They go 4 wide, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. OKC kind of playing a short zone. And Mercury will go down as they had more blitzer than there were blockers. Perfect call. That's man Soto coming on the safety blitz.
Well timed in the defensive progression of play calls right there. Very opportune for OKC. Carolina's defense has had some time to analyze those first couple of defensive series. Let's see what they bring out for us.
Here's Johnson with the punt to Rose Finch. Finch will break 1 tackle and get it up to the 34-yard line. Welcome into the chat, Hall of Famer Eddie Gage of the Houston Hyenas. Glad you could join us.
Absolutely. And I want to point out on that punt coverage by Carolina, the gunner did an excellent job. Got there right after the ball was received and made a good play to slow down and get a hand on the receiver. And
Moses is almost lined up as an H-back. Nickens goes deep again. It's intercepted. Tipped in the air, and Rochelle Colston comes down with it in a double coverage situation.
And the Skyhawk secondary takes the lessons from the coaching staff to heart and gets a pick for their efforts.
4 carries for 27 yards for 6 carries for 27 yards for Mercury. Boy, I cannot count today for some reason. One receiver to the bottom, that is Prasad. Here's to get the Mercury up the middle, and Randy spurts ahead for 7 yards. Make it a 2nd and 3 as he's tackled in Renegade territory at the 47. We have Flash flexed out as the 3rd wide receiver out of a standard pro set backfield.
Look at us take OKC crowd the line. They
tried to cut back to the middle, but he stopped at the line of scrimmage. That once again is Day Drury with a beautiful run, Phil.
That was time for Richardson to check into maybe something a little different, as OKC dared them to throw.
Here's 2 tight ends, 1 receiver to either side.
Similar D arrangement, Colin. And here's the pass.
Here's the throw over the middle to Prasad. It's good for the 1st down despite the hit from Clark.
This is how we do it.
That was a little like short slant post cut in the middle.
Yeah, just get somebody open, as the coverage is going to be thin.
Keeping it simple for the rookie. This will most likely be the last play of the quarter. Mercury in the backfield with Zuma. And here's to get the Mercury up the middle, spins, breaks the tackle, but gets his clock cleaned as he picks up 5. We reach the end of the 1st quarter. OKC is in front of Carolina 10-0. We're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch TV. Today's Simulation Football League broadcast on Twitch is brought to you by APM Music, Custom Music Library and Custom Music House, by Fuel, Beyond Imagination. This is the all-new SFL Interactive. Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL and Media Tech Institute. Turn your passion into your profession. Aerial shots, brought to you by AirViews, United by Drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage.
Might be my 2nd thing about the SFL broadcast, besides the actual football game. Watching those drone views.
As here's to give up the middle to Mercury on 2nd. And Zoma on 2nd down. He gets a carry, but it's stopped at the line of scrimmage. I'm Colin Northup. He's Rick Northup. We welcome you to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Robbers Cave.
And welcome to Twitch Prime.
Welcome to Twitch Prime subscription, the Law 15_AZ. Thank you for supporting the Simulation Football League with your subscription. 3rd and 5, Richardson slant cut over the middle. It's complete to Dupree Hudson. 1st and goal at the Carolina 10.
Well, you know what they say, well, at least in the world of rock and roll, Colin. Don't fight the law, because the law will win.
There you go again on that slant cut.
Carolina figuring out that OKC is going to give them some passing yardage until.
Just keeping everything simple for Richardson as he lines up in the shotgun with Mercury to his right side.
And that ought to loosen up the OKCD, but they still playing a little tight. Of course, we're backed up to the goal line.
Here's Richardson, throws over the middle, it's complete. To the 4-yard line, that's Hudson once again. His 2nd catch on this drive.
Nice work by the receiver to stay in front of the defenders. Gives Richardson a good, clean target.
Let's see what they do here.
That won't get into harm's way.
They line up in the same formation again, except both tight ends to the weak side of that formation. Richardson takes a snap, fires it out to the tight end who drops it after it hits in the face. Oh, he could have walked in for the touchdown. That was number 88.
Boys and girls, if you're learning the game of football, it's
Terry
always...
Siebert
It's important to catch the ball before you try and do anything else with it.
You see, he turns. Oh! And Harish Prasad in the chat looks like he's going to eat himself a sneaker after that last play.
Lots of all caps. Let's just say that in the chat.
Split shotgun look. One receiver to either side. Both backs flanking Richardson. OKC shows blitz. They come with it over the middle. Oh, it's dropped. It was dropped by Dupree Hudson, but the linebacker was in the neighborhood. And Wally Herman on to try another field goal attempt.
And that's got to be disappointing for Carolina, who looks good, gets themselves in a position for 6, and instead will attempt 3.
Here's on all the climb. From the right half. And the kick splits the sticks from 20 yards. And Carolina nets themselves 3 to cut it to a 1-score game.
There you go. Take your points, especially on the road. Mike Gundy learned that the hard way against Texas last night, passing up 2 field goals, which eventually would have allowed him to tie the game instead of gophering it up to the Longhorns.
Here is the kickoff by Herman. It's fairly deep to the 10-yard line. It's Finch. Finch makes the juke move, and she is brought down at the 29. You know, she's one of a handful of female players.
You mentioned that earlier, Colin, but I will say there are more and more every week. Welcome to the league.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to the league, ladies. Glad you could join this crazy ride with us here at the Simulation Football League. As OKC comes out the standard pro set backfield. Here's to get the DJ Moses up the middle, who gives the linebacker a little bit of a ride. It was brought down after pick up 3 yards. No, wait, that was Cologne. Christopher Cologne, a 300-pound defensive tackle. Moses able to get the leg driving. Carry him for 3 yards. One receiver to either side.
Sort of impressive with that.
Here is Nickens, gives off to Jason Williams. Andrew Williams in the open field gets tackled at the 41. That's enough for an OKC first down. And the man they called Williams in Alaska, who was the bodyguard last year for Robert Merrill, decided to strike out on his own, go a little bit farther eastward from Alaska.
And
landed in OKC.
Picks up the lead singer's job, and I like that call. And I think there'll be more of those.
Nickens, quick drop over the middle. It's an in-cut, complete for a 4-yard pickup to Jackson.
More of those end arounds. We're certainly just outside the left or right tackle for OKC. Let's see if they go back to that, Colin. Keep an eye on that during the game.
It's a 4-yard pickup on first down. They stay ahead of schedule with that. As long as you don't go backwards on first down, any yardage is good yardage. Medium drop back for Nickens. Fires to the sideline. It is complete to Jackson for the first down to Carolina 46.
Nice catch.
It's a guy who, in Jackson, who's been around a couple different teams. He's been with San Francisco most recently, but before that he was with New Orleans during their expansion season. Seems to have found a home here at City of Plains.
A solid pro who knows how to execute.
Here's Nickens. Will fire deep down the middle. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. That is Rochelle Colston, her second interception. And
just when it looked like OKC had the Carolina D guessing, Colin, as to what was coming.
He goes to Jackson one too many times. He's covered by Doty as well in double coverage.
Nickens makes a mistake. Even if that hadn't have been undercut and intercepted, I don't know if that ball was, I think the man playing coverage would have had a shot at it as well. It was not aired out.
Cody Scott tight end for the St. Louis Gladiators in the chat. Welcome. Bud, nice to see ya. As Arish Prasad catches a slant cut, breaks a heading tackle of the Hurricane, and he picks up the first down.
And that sends half the crowd into a frenzy because every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
No, that was Brady Clark, actually.
Oh, was it? Forget about it. Forget about it.
Brady Clark, whose tackle he broke. Of course, two tight ends, balanced line, offset fullback to the right-hand side is Zoma. Here's to get the Mercury second man throw. Follows Zoma's block. There he goes. KC 28.
How is that not a flag? It looked like he got tackled by being pushed in the head with the left hand of the secondary person.
Oh, please. This isn't that other league where they're called penalties every 2 seconds.
Here we play real football. Yes, exactly.
Max Paul, the 3-time defending champion Alaska Storm. Yes, I said that right. 3 consecutive championships. Max Paul says, got to bulk up to stave off injuries. Eddie Gage says, Harish has been in the gym. After he broke that tackle with 5. Meanwhile, Mercury gets the carry. He'll lose a yard. Drew Salazar, according to TFL, non-contracted linebacker.
You talk about penalties and other leagues and so forth, and you won't see the unnecessary roughness penalties and things like that here in the SFL. And part of the reason is if someone gets injured in the SFL, they're with a miraculous medical team. And many of these injuries are recoverable either in-game or by
So
next week.
he tried to hurl a down lineman, and Damon Malinsky hit him in midair. Did Mercury. So that sets up a 3rd down and 12 situation. And they almost certainly have to go to the air now. Look for him to go to Prasad.
Probably a 2-down situation here as well.
Here is the outcut to Prasad. He said he was out of bounds.
Oh, no.
So perhaps another opportunity for Wally Ehrman coming up there on the OKC 30-yard line. It would be about a 47, 48-yard field.
Well, they would have liked to have picked up at least a few more yards. It is technically in range and makeable, but it's a long one.
Let's run the lap dash this time. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good from 46. They'll officially say. Now a 10-6 game. So they're able to convert Colston's second interception.
Carolina making a bid to move the Rick meter back towards neutral towards them, and
remember, they elected to kick the ball first, so they could potentially double dip here at the end of the half and beginning of the 3rd.
potentially if they get one more possession here, if they can stop OKC.
And here's the spin, and Finch goes up to the 40.
Of course, allowing a return to the 40 is not positive towards Carolina's efforts to get the ball back and prevent Oklahoma City from scoring. We shall see. A little swagger coming up to the line. Let's see what they have in store.
Nickens has standard pro set backfield, 1 receiver to either side. Here's the get to Williams, spins, and makes the defender get air as he picks up 7 yards. Jason Williams certainly carrying his weight. I want to comment on OKC's helmet stripe. It's yellow triangles, of course, homage to the original purpose that Oklahoma was the Indian Territory before becoming a state. As the throw down the field, Ermac backs it down to the 19. He now has 104 yards on 4 receptions. Talk about lost numbers. My goodness. Nickens just throws this one up in the air, and
OKC is keeping an eye on Carolina and seems to be picking their spots, Colin, and they seem to be able to get receivers open deep, especially Jackson, as you pointed out. Some really nice numbers so far.
Well, that is certainly how you use speed in space. As Nickens, medium drop back, fires over the middle. That's an in cut to Joe Clark Jr. His first catch in a while. It picks up 5 yards to 14. Zero Rising says close matchup so far. Yes, indeed. As OKC looking to try and extend their advantage here a little bit. Split backfield. Nickens quick drop, fires out, cut to Joe Clark Jr. Can't quite turn the corner and tackled by Pruitt at the 10-yard line.
OKC making a bid to move the Rick meter a little more in their favor after Carolina nudged it back towards neutral, still shading to OKC. Of course, as we all know, everybody plays for the approval of the Rick meter.
Here's the give up the middle. Williams hesitates through the hole, but still picks up the first down. He stopped right at the marker to make sure, presumably, that he got it, and he did. It's first and goal at the 6. Bovine flexed out as a third wide receiver. He's been quiet with a couple of receptions.
Slot man may be open. Let's see. Oh, he's a blocker.
Howard play to the right side, and he goes down to the 4, does Williams. Tristan Hatley on the stop. Off-season free agent signing from Houston. He previously spent time in Carolina. Second and goal from the 4, staying at a goal line defense. Here to give to Moses and Dylan and DJ Moses. The second scores for Oklahoma City to stretch their advantage to 13-6 pending the extra point. Fullback dive up the middle. Dalton Otto with a beautiful block.
Nobody really gets a good lick on him either, Colin. Hats off to OKC as they make that one look fairly easy.
Oh, correction. It'll be 16-6 pending the extra point.
Oh, there's that math problem again. Numbers.
Counting can be hard. Snap was wonky, but Bernie Lomax still gets it spotted plenty good.
Yeah, underappreciated the efforts of the long snappers, and we've seen some missed extra points and some botched field goals as a result of that. Am I right?
You are right. Welcome in Mike Peters, aka DJ Majesty, to the chat. As Harish Prasad returns us up to 30, and you gotta think the Skyhawks gotta start trading in their field goals for touchdowns. Get a little bit of an upgrade here.
Yep, exactly. Matching scoring, but allowing the other team to score touchdowns while you score field goals is not a winning formula.
Here's Gregory showing blitz. Now they shift to the other side. Here's the give to Mercury up the middle, and Randy Mercury gets beheaded after about a 9.5-yard pickup. That'll probably take us to the 2-minute warning.
He's had enough as he single-handedly bowls his way near the line to gain, bringing up second and short. Speaking of winning combinations, I just got another shout-out for coffee and donuts.
We've reached the 2-minute warning for watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch TV. Welcome into the chat, Charleston Predators tight end Sean Harrelson. Thank you for being with us here in this early morning kick. So here's to get to Randy Mercury, second man through, spins, and carrying a couple. Slide. So all of a sudden it changes things. Potential.
Wow. Hey, also, hey, making me look good. I just said he looked like a man who said, I've had enough of this, and we need to start moving the ball and back-to-back carries.
Here's Finch matched up across from Prasad.
Back-to-back carries.
Here's the throw to Mercury, who makes it a little something and picks up 2 yards on what looked like to be a one-man screen.
Shout out to PX1 Sports, who not only digs the Sunday SFL, but also digs donuts. You go.
And they hurry up to the line of scrimmage, approaching under a minute to go. Richardson taking a deeper draw back this time.
Oh,
down
no.
the field. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Renegades. Pass intended for Harish Prasad. It was Brady Clark.
Skyhawks fans, I wish I was wrong, but we had pointed out earlier in the game the proclivity of Richardson to throw over the middle into traffic, and it bites him. Now OKC, do they go into a 2-minute drill here over the last minute?
Well, considering that Carolina gets the first, you can see how they play it. They will throw. Nickens on the post cut, almost picked up by Colston.
Good recovery by Skyhawk DB. Did you see who broke that up? I did not.
That was Colston who
That
broke
was Colson. Thank you.
and she broke it up. First drop of the day for Jackson. He's got 4 catches.
Well, was that a
5.
drop or was it broken up?
Well, the stats, boys, marked it as a drop. So,
Did they?
although Colston wasn't enabling.
I'd give that to Colson as a pass defense.
Here is the give to Moses.
In the we're going to settle to run out the clock mode.
He picks up 6 yards.
They took their shot,
7-13.
right? Colin didn't pick up anything, so now they just don't want to give the ball back to Carolina before the half.
With 3rd and 4. Mac Anthony, 1982 with 100 bits. Thank you very much. Here's to get to Williams, and that'll be a gain of 3. Shervon Prasad, Harish's brother, on attack. Also,
Carolina, could have used some timeouts and preserved some clock, but they did not.
I guess they're content to go down 17-6 into halftime.
As students of the Rick meter know, the second half becomes a game about possessions, and that becomes a more increasing issue the later
we
you get.
reach halftime, and from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Roberts Cave, we have a 17-6 game.
OKC leading, and the Rick meter now pointing in their favor. And we're going to watch some halftime highlights here. As you're watching Sunday morning SFL action, Twitch, brought to you by APM Music. And here's one of those passes that we had talked about earlier where it seemed like in the first half, OKC could get an open deep end when they needed. Of course, not that time. That nice short drop and throw over the middle kind of got Carolina unstuck a little bit as they realized OKC was daring them to throw. Finally took advantage of that. Here's a nice long field goal that yours truly wondered if it was actually makeable. A long throw to Jackson again. And we'll see what the second half brings here. As other than giving up some of those long plays, Skyhawks D is serviceable, but they need to get their offense going, especially down in or near the red zone. So they've settled for 2 field goals versus 7. Some good shots of Robbers Cave here, the home base of the OKC Renegades. Super cool to see the Old West motifs up there. And we're ready to get underway for the second half with the Rick meter pointing for indicating a solid potential OKC win. Here's the kick. Kicking at the 10. Decent return out over the 25. They're going to mark that at the Carolina 27. So let's see what Richardson and his teammates, especially Randy Mercury and Raj Prasad, have in store for your Oklahoma City Renegades. Sully under center, 2 wideouts are just going right up the middle. That's a good run. Picks up 6 down to the Carolina 33. 2nd and 4. Now maybe we're into a little play action here. Off of that one, you can see Richardson with a 34.8 rating. Obviously set a goal of improving that in the second half. Oh, it's up the middle. And we'll get a first down before he gets his face mask filled with Renegade helmet. That warms all the old school coaches' hearts right there, because that's a focus on moving the sticks and possessing the ball. Don't want to waste the opportunity here. Start second half, and there's a nice throw. Okay. Two runs into the line, produces a first down, and then here we'll get a nice look at it here. Clean pocket and great timing, as the ball's already in the air before he even turns and looks for it. Good job to pick that up. Makes a difficult play look easy. So just 2 wide here, single tailback, lined up deep. And they throw a quick out. But it is dropped, bringing up 2nd and 10. Here early in the third quarter, at the 9:25 mark, we've got Carolina with a little bit of a drive.
Want to give a shout out to PX1 Sports for his 500 bits that he's cheered earlier. As the pass is complete to Arish Prasad, breaking tackles and going down to the OKC 28. Brady Clark now up to 6 tackles. They once again run a short out, cut them OKC playing soft, broke a couple of tackles, a nice spin move. We'll see it again. That is Ashley Rose Finch just getting worked over by Prasad, who also is a player coach. He's the offensive coordinator for James Klein, the team owner. Welcome in, Tulsa Desperados quarterback Ashley Jackson as Richardson fires down the field. Hudson dropped the ball and he could have scored had he hang on. He turned around. But all that being said, the ball was right on the money by Sully. And Dupree Hudson dropped the ball. It was 2nd down and 10 situation. Standard pro set backfield. 3 wide receivers. Quick drop. Firing out to Zuma. Zuma, who turns upfield and picks up 4 yards to up a more manageable 3rd down and 6 situation. This check continues to react to Hudson's drop pass, which would have set him up at a 1st and goal. They go 4 wide, trips to the top side of formation. Single man to the bottom. I believe that is Bob Klein. Richardson goes that way. It is caught for the 1st down. That's Hudson. Makes up for the earlier drop, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 9. Sully is now up to 114 yards passing. So Dupree Hudson, who dropped a short pass as he was spinning around to catch it this time, makes the clutch 3rd down throw. 3rd down catch, rather.
And here come your Carolina Skyhawks.
Here's the get the Mercury up the middle. Down to the 2.
Oh.
He gets down to the 2-yard line. Will Carolina let him finish the deal, or will Tony Zoma touchdown vulture this one? There's a look at Prasad. He split to the bottom. This is an I formation. They're going to throw.
No.
And he gets sacked. He got sacked. He was looking down the field, and everybody was covered in Damon Malinsky, or Day Drury on the blitz. Day Drury on a blitz. Broke through.
Oh, what runs a little, just spins off the tackle, or spins off the blocker who can't hang with him. And that'll go down as a sack allowed in that great chart.
Wesley Jones.
Now 3rd and goal from the 7.
They're gonna drop back,
There it
throw
is.
over the middle, and has touchdown pass to Arish Prasad, who makes the diving catch in between defenders.
There's your skill players coming through, snatching a touchdown from the defeat of a field goal. Well done.
Nice diving catch on the in cut there.
And you can't be happier if you're the Carolina rooting faithful. They take that opening possession here in the 3rd quarter, go right down the field, stick it in the end zone.
Here's Herman to try the extra point. Jameson, the coach's son, he's done an expert job holding these kicks. And that's another perfect hold there. So with 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, we have a 17-13 game. OKC's still in front. Reminder, coming up later today, we have the London Knights taking on the Denver Nightwings. Also, on this very channel, we have the St. Louis Gladiators taking on the San Francisco Sharks.
Are you mumbling?
And later on tonight, we have the Seattle Pirates at 5:30 Eastern taking on the Tulsa Desperados. Then at 9 o'clock, we have Sioux taking on Queen City.
Well, that London game, I'm excited to see that. The London Knights have been very entertaining this season.
Yes. But
Thank
they
you.
did suffer a close loss to Atlanta a couple weeks ago. Still managed to hold on to that top 10 ranking in the power rankings.
Well, the Atlanta Brain Trust, they're a load intellectually when it comes to trying to match up against their team.
Here's the fullback dive up the middle of Moses. He'll pick up 1. Trying to run against the middle of that defense is kind of hard, considering that the 2 defensive tackles weigh combined 595 pounds.
Ouch. Get themselves a 1/4-ton truck. Make a ride on it.
Linebacker shifting around, trying to change the side picture for Nickens. Nickens, medium drop back, fires it out. It is caught for the first down. Breaking tackles is, I believe that was Mac Jackson.
The graphics people have a nice sense of humor as they after that solid completion they post his interception stat.
Yeah, I'm glad to see the boys in the truck still having a sense of humor.
Yeah, the Mountain Dew must be finally kicking in.
It was Pruitt on the coverage there. Joe Clark Jr., he hasn't gotten his lion's share of catches, but he's been effective when called upon. Moses takes another fullback dive up the middle. Stop for no gain by Shervan Prasad. We have a second down and 10. Nickens in the shotgun formation. Will turn, give to Moses out of the gun, and he lost the yard.
Wow, going to Moses maybe a few too many times, Colin? Not sure.
Majesty on the tackle. That'll be a third. Third down and 11 situation. They lost one. Here is Nickens firing on the post cut. Oh, it's broken up at the last minute by Colston. Pass into the Pedro Club. He was there on the post, but Colston closed quickly and forces the incompletion. So Carolina gets a 3 and out, albeit a little bit farther down the field perhaps than they would like.
So Carolina forces a punt. They just had a nice drive to open the third. They're getting the ball back. Just about 5 minutes to go.
Here is a punt nearly blocked. And they tried to down it at the goal line, but the gunner slid into the end zone.
There's this little thing called momentum, part of a group of rules known as physics that you just can't overcome.
Here is the I formation.
We like to play by the rules here in the SFL, and so does physics.
Here's to get the Mercury up the middle. And Randy Mercury's got a big hook. He got down to the 36-yard line.
Continuing his late second quarter theme of, I got to make stuff happen here. Nice to see. And that puts a little stress into the Oklahoma City defense, Colin.
If he had made one move, he being Mercury, Rahman, instead of just running directly into her, he probably could have broken that one off for a much larger game.
Oh, yeah. Good run. Could have been even longer. Look at that.
And they give it to him again. This time he only picks up a yard.
Okay, last time they ran with him twice into the line. The third play was an out route, a deep post.
A slant cut. They like to keep things very simple for Richardson. He's the number pick in the rookie draft. He's in the gun by himself. Richardson throws the out cut. You called it, Rick. And Prasad turns up the field and picks up the first down. That's an expertly run out route.
And well thrown by the rook. You'll get a man open over there, but if you don't put it in the right spot, they can't turn and motor themselves downfield. And there they do. They do it well enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, he didn't fall out of bounds that time. He still had enough room.
Wasn't thrown behind him. Right? All that good stuff.
Here's the gun formation. Richardson to throw over the middle again. It's complete. This time it's Hudson for a pickup of 7 yards, and 2nd and 3. Rick, they remain on schedule.
On schedule, as you like to say. You're in love with the schedule today. Maybe you should marry it.
6 catches for 65 yards, 9 targets for Versati and a touchdown.
It's okay. I cracked myself up.
2 tight ends at the bottom, and Tony Zoma picks up the first down. Nice to see the fullback knifing.
Speaking of cracking up, speaking of not laughing, like my colleague over here at my jokes, laughing at the increasingly muscular and effective Carolina Skyhawk offense.
They are looking for win number 2.
They said the tight end in the pattern would be open. They handed up the middle. Come on. And that's maybe some rookie inexperience, not understanding the coverage and what might be available.
Right.
Thank you. I like to be right.
As Stratton makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Ball is marked at the Oklahoma 40-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Bob Klein to the bottom. Here's to get the
There you go.
He runs up and picks up. They're going to call it 8 yards, set up a 3rd and 2.
The Red Planet's asserting himself. Love to see that.
We have under 2 minutes to go. And Roberts K picks up a chance of defense. Reese Prasad is tight to the line of scrimmage on a wing. Here is to get to Randy Mercury. Second man through. He only got it. Get there. Dave Drury on the tackle. No, that was Royal Router.
Stop making me look bad, Mercury.
Well,
Because that's what's most important. I need to be right.
and ooh.
Yeah. Actually snap it. Come on.
We've seen a couple teams actually snap it, or will it turn into a staring contest?
It is a drooling contest.
More like a blinking.
If you've ever been on the O-line, everybody's dripping with sweat, and there's the timeout. Darn.
Oh, boy.
Sure thought they could do that.
You know, Zoma got a nice carry earlier in the drive. There's James Klein talking with his rookie quarterback. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. Wally Herman, a rookie. He's been awfully busy. He's made 2 field goals already, trying to make number 3. Out of the hold of Jamison Klein. Snap, spot, kick. It has the distance, but it's missed. He missed it again.
Just a bit outside. Welcome to the chat, Bob Euchre. Ugh. Well, I did the best they could, given they didn't go for it on 4-1.
It kind of.
Everybody knew that was probably outside of his reliable range, but they still elected to pass up the 4th down attempt and kick
That
it.
would have made it a 1-point game.
Correct. You're correct, sir.
So it's probably a good idea. It's just unfortunately they didn't get a stop there. DJ Moses got his clock cleaned by DJ Majesty after he picks up 3 yards.
Suddenly it's a rave with the dueling DJs.
Let's rewind under 45 seconds to go in this quarter. Here's a look at Michelle Colston. She has 2 interceptions today. Defense trying to get another stop. It's Jason Williams. Ooh, he got lit up like a Christmas tree by Colston. 3rd and 2.
In an effort to boost my credibility with the younger set, one of my little known facts is I've seen Skrillex live.
He sure has. He's not lying, folks.
Not lying. As opposed to all my other lies. Hey, sinister fish shake coming my way to the partner. I'm Rick Northrup. You're listening to Colin Northrup on play-by-play.
As Jason Williams picks up the first down as we reach the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 17-13. OKC out in front. Put your fours up, people. We have an exciting fourth quarter coming up. Simulation Football League presented by AP Music on Twitch TV. Today's Simulation Football League broadcast on Twitch TV is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, high school, college, and youth players to help secure the bag. By ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the SFL. Sector 6 custom esports jerseys and apparel, the exclusive SFL shop provider, and SpyGoat, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots once again brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit AirViews to see more drone footage. That's airvuz.com. Rick, those are just some gorgeous shots of Oklahoma right there.
Right, don't everybody have a cow? Because we're back.
I'm Colin Northrup. He's Rick Northrup. And trust me, folks, they're not dad puns or dad jokes. They're just jokes. As Jason Williams spins off a couple defenders, picks up 8 yards.
And Williams is no joke either, as OKC relies on him here to bring up second and short. Just to review, the Rick meter is pointing towards an Oklahoma City win in a decent range. Carolina keeps trying to pull it back, but can't quite do it. Although they've narrowed the gap to 7 points, and their offense looks much more effective here in the second half.
Moses breaks the tackle, the Majesty, and picks up the first down to the 30.
Sort of aware of that, Oklahoma City run the ball here twice in a row and would like to bleed some clock.
And he does the whole Hulk Hogan holding his hand up to his ear pose.
Is that where that's from? The Hulkster? Hulkamania?
Yeah.
All right. Hand me my bandana over there. Yeah, the yellow one. Thank you.
As here is the deep pass by Nickens down the field to the 5-yard line. Ermac Jackson, his 6th catch, 145 yards, is yet to find the end zone. Joe Clark Jr. has 3 catches for 65 yards.
If you're going to throw it
As we get a look at Jackson here running his route, just splits the safeties in its own coverage.
Yeah. I was going to say,
they've been attacking the non-contracted corner side. It's clearly been mission A as far as the passing game is concerned. They line up.
Don't worry, I don't have anything to say about it. Oh, I'm getting this. They're shaking. Here's a handoff up the middle.
Williams gets down to the 4. I was about to say they line up Moses as sort of an H-back type. Another tight end on the line of scrimmage. This was a team in OKC for a number of years would run a second tight end.
Here's a good old-fashioned formation.
See if Nickens throws to slot man. He's uncovered. There he goes the other way to Bovine for the touchdown.
Good read by Nickens and Colin to see there was going to be some possibilities for a forward pass.
As we get an outcut, he was just behind. Zane Doty was the closest defender in the area.
Not sure what Doty was paying attention to, but it was not the receiver, or at least not as closely as he needed to be.
And unfortunately for Carolina, back to a 2-score game. I'd like to give a special shout out to Mike Peters' daughter, Allie. For the first time she's watched telecast of ours. Just like to offer a hello.
Hey, thanks. Allie Peters, welcome. Hope you're enjoying it. Colin is a solid, straightforward play-by-play man. And my point of view is sitting on the couch with a bunch of buddies watching the game.
Oh, that's his spouse. I misspoke.
Oh,
sorry. Sorry, that's gonna go in the blooper reel. As Harish Prasad trying to make things happen, breaking all kinds of tackles all the way down to the OKC 39. He just about took that puppy to the barn.
Man, well,
He's
what a
like-
fantastic run. Gets them in the plus side of the 50, Colin. And that is just
broke one tackle.
Let's count them. 2 with a spin move.
2.
2 tackles, 1 spin move. There's your 3rd tackle. And it's the 4th tackler. So 3 broken tackles and a spin move.
So they set up shop in OKC territory. Let's see how aggressively Carolina plays this.
Allie, I'm addicted to calling the spin move.
Underrated for sure.
Oh.
Richardson goes down in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. And once again, they send
Giving
a
back.
DB blitz. Elvis Schumacher comes all the way around.
Elvis is in the building. Right through. And so they give up 3 yards and a down in response to that fantastic return by Prasad.
Just a good call by Gregory, team's defensive coordinator. Here they get to Richardson on 2nd down. They only pick up 1, and they got 3rd and 12. Got 3rd and 12 tackle made by Ethan Schwinder for Oklahoma State.
And there was a lot of running room there. I'm not sure how he managed to get tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Richardson, medium drop back, throws a slant. It's knocked up in the air and incomplete.
Wow.
Looking for Dupree Hudson Day Drury. Ended up knocking it away, and they're going to unfortunately trot out the punt unit. So I guess what can go wrong will go wrong. Has gone wrong for Carolina, unfortunately, at this point.
Okay, so this is pointless, in my opinion.
High snap, and they're going to angle this. And rolls back, and it'll be down at the 3.
Okay, happy to be wrong on that one. I thought they were only going to net about 15 to 20 yards.
Huge opportunity for the Skyhawks here, especially if they can keep them down at this end of the field.
Well, you just watched Oklahoma City move the ball on you. Well, here we go.
Here it'll try again.
Don't pay me the big bucks to be the coach. Just run my mouth, and hey, there you go.
They pick up 2 yards to the 5. Moses, this is the get out of trouble area. Between the team's goal line and about, I'd say, the 15-yard line. 106.5 quarterback rating for Nickens. 231 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Here's a toss play. Williams cuts inside and will grind forward to the 8. Could have been hugely risky there.
Hey, he picks up 3 yards, but I don't know if you watched that. He broke a bunch of tackles right around the line of scrimmage, and it was the DBs that came up to put the final lick on him. It was actually close to being a big play.
Here is Nickens, changes the play, drops back to throw, pumps, fires to the sideline. Beautiful catch. That is Joe Clark Jr. out of bounds at the 13-yard line, and he keeps those toes in bounds. My goodness.
He was so open. I was wondering if he just kind of walked in off the sideline there and waved his arms for the catch. Nobody was around him.
They have gotten a couple turnovers. That's Carolina. They could really use one here. Nickens drops back to throw, throws, complete the goal line for pickup of 7, but he was draped all over by Pruitt and Van Dyke.
Colin, I thought that comment was going to turn out to be very prescient on your part. There's your SAT word, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, the Rick Nordrup SAT word of the day, folks.
What's the key to scoring well in the SAT, Colin?
Knowing big words.
The vocab list, exactly. and apparently the thesaurus because you said it differently. But we will still accept that answer.
Here's second and 3. Nickens. Out in the middle, wide open was Moses. Leaked out of the backfield, and nobody picked him up.
Hey, we don't root for either team, but I feel bad for Carolina here. Wasted a huge return by Prasad, got no points. Pinned Oklahoma City on their own goal line. And here they are out over the 30. It's called empathy, people.
Here's Nickens over the middle, complete to Jackson. A pick up of 7 yards. Majesty on it. And Rick, this is starting to get in a bit of a dire territory.
Well, I'll tell you what. I love Oklahoma City right now because they're making the Rick meter look good, which has been pointing toward Oklahoma City ever since it moved off neutral early in the first quarter.
Here's Williams up the middle, breaking tackles, picks up the first down to the 47. Well, this reminds me of watching one of the service academies play. They just like to bleed as much clock as possible. Just take their time, meandering down the field. And offset eye to the left-hand side. Nickens lets the play clock line under 5. Get to Williams. This time he stopped in the backfield for a loss of a yard. DJ Majesty leading the gang of defenders there. Here's Christopher Cologne.
That tight bunch. Have we seen that yet today, Colin, out of Oklahoma City?
Not yet.
In this game.
I think they have Bovine and their fullback out there. They toss to Williams and pick up a couple of yards right to the 50.
You know what's cool about that play, Colin, is that's functionally a single wing because they really just want to put more hats, more Renegade hats on that side of the line and run behind them and than what Carolina can afford to put on the defensive side. One of the other things I'm obsessed with is the single wing offense.
Yeah, not this newfangled Wildcat stuff. It's single wing.
It's single wing. Yeah, they got to kick because they don't want to be called old-fashioned. Old-fashioned. What could go wrong with an old-fashioned?
Here's Nickens on 3rd and 6, taking a big drop back. Knocked up in the air, and there was Zane Doty in the neighborhood. As Shervon Prasad gets the big stop at 3:01 to go, but Carolina needs to go Gadget down the field if they want to still have a chance in this ball game.
Go Gadget, yeah, needing 2 scores. And those scores needing to be touchdowns. But they do force a punt here at midfield.
And the snap was low. The kick is
that a pop-up? Yeah, it is.
A fair catch is called by Prasad at his own 15.
Not bad.
So this has got to be all on Sully Richards at this point.
Yes, Carolina needs 2 scores. The Rick meter, by the way, is still solidly pointing to Oklahoma City. And for Allie's information, in case she tuned in late, part of my megalomania is that I believe the SFL really plays for the approval of the Rick meter, not for anything else.
And here's the slant
There
cut
you go.
over the middle. Prasad
Good defense. They get a hand or an arm on Prasad. Prasad's
a right call, right idea.
Yeah.
Attack the middle of the field right away. Perfect
Right.
pass.
knocked away by the
by Brady Clark at the last moment. Grabs his arm. Rider 49.
good football player with a good football name makes a good football play. How about that? That's your hat trick comment for the day.
Rider 49 is now sub to us via Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, sir. Here's a 2nd and 10. Richardson pops down the middle of the field. Pass is incomplete, but we got a flag. We got a flag down in the backfield. Pass intended for Jack
Could
Flash.
be holding, could be a roughing the passer. Let's see.
Oh, we have an eligible.
No.
Somebody was a too overzealous in the blocking. Wesley Jones.
And that wasn't necessarily a long developing play. I'm not sure how that happened.
It just got a little too overzealous.
He must have been in the process of pancaking his blocking assignment and just ran him down the field, which is a good technique if you're getting beat as a defensive lineman. Just backpedal, let yourself get pancaked, and you might get a call like that. Here we go.
Richardson pop flies this one to Prasad, and now we see the hurry up offense with this bunch formation to the bottom. I think it's a good formation if you want to be a hurry up there. Richardson, deep drop back, has all day.
Oh!
And it's almost. Dave Drury popped it up in the air, I believe.
Richardson almost throws for 6
To the
gray jersey team. Wow.
To the blue jersey team.
Well, it looks gray to me.
Gannon Slater, the backup to Brady Clark, almost had his hands on that one. After Drury popped it up in the air like he was playing volleyball. Richardson. Pop flies as quickly to Prasad out of bounds.
Some yards and stopping the clock. That's okay.
Gotta go deeper though. 3rd and 7. 86 yards on 8 grabs for Prasad.
Well, this is about the time where the Carolina Skyhawks fans start entering the stages of grief, as it's beginning to look like too long of a putt here. Oh, not even the first down.
Oh, I thought his feet were right on.
Let's begin with denial.
4th and 1 at their own 36.
Maybe anger at this point.
They're gonna go for it. Richardson under center.
Through wide. Tailback will be in for extra protection.
They change the play. Quick drop. Out cut. Prasad picks up the first down.
There you go.
Clock stopped at 2:18 to go.
Good recognition by the QB Richardson on that one. And again, just move the sticks at this point. 4th and 1. You don't have a second chance.
He ran over Tiberius Boba and Michael.
Back on those boys.
To get a look at Prasad. No, they said he was short.
What? Really? No, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for OKC.
I guess he must have been out of bounds when he caught that ball. My mistake. We were all goofy about Carolina keeping the drive going. I even took a sip of coffee, but
We reached a 2-minute warning. OKC looking to wrap this one up. As I think the chat is starting to realize what we just did up here in the booth. And that Harish Prasad was out of.
And there was no challenge, so I guess it was clear.
Here's the give to Williams. He grinds ahead for 3 yards. Carolina calls their second timeout.
Well, they can get the ball back.
Nickens under center.
As we talked about in the first half, Colin, Carolina left some points on the board, at least 6. Not attempting field goals. or attempting to go for it on fourth and down and whatever in no man's land. And clearly they miss some of those points as it's a 2-touchdown lead for OKC with under 2 minutes to go.
Don't forget their new kicker, Wally Herman. He missed 2 field goals.
Yep.
As OKC will try one. Ball spotted at about the 35 on the right
It's going to be a
hand.
45-yarder. They'll go all out to block it.
And good.
Nothing doing as your Oklahoma City Renegades. As you said, Colin, we're going to put a bow on this one. Johnny O is solid.
So we saw Arish Prasad return one to OKC territory last time he was on a kickoff.
And that was one of the wasted opportunities. They came away with 0 points after starting out on the plus 40.
Kick is away. Prasad spins ahead, jukes ahead, has blockers.
Oh,
Still
come on.
50.
Rush.
Arish Prasad, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown,
There we go.
Carolina.
There we go.
Hold the phone. It's not exactly over yet. Arish Prasad. I'm going to take this into my own hand.
A little spin move, a little hop jump cut there.
And he just outruns
Turns on the Jets, absolutely.
Boomaki, who had no shot at keeping up with Prasad.
Number 3 is back for the point after. Number 9 on the hold.
Well, an important field goal here. Sorry. And this is called a point after touchdown, sometimes referred to as a PAT.
And it is good. So we now have a 27-20 ball game. 1 minute, 36 seconds left. And for Wally Herman, it's been an up and down day at the office, but this is by far his biggest kick that he will have to make.
Everybody's ready to get all handsy. Here it is.
Here,
oh, nice.
up in the air. Oh, caught by OKC.
Can they force a fumble? No, they can't. Well, they get the hop, but ends up being a nice infield pop-up for OKC to field.
That was number 86 for OKC. Sam Barnstein.
Bearstan.
Bearstan, who caught that ball. And OKC will just kneel this away and pick up victory number 3 on the season. Carolina drops to 1-9. Ermac Jackson probably in contention for player of the game. 7 catches for 152 yards. Did not score any touchdowns, but had some huge receptions that set up OKC scores.
Well, Carolina makes it interesting.
Just rushing Nickens there, trying to force something. They do make it interesting. Lay with it, reach Prasad. Touchdown return on the kickoff.
3rd and 13.
And here we'll get our what should be the final kneel down, Colin. A fairly entertaining game.
Decent win for OKC in front of their home crowd. Second home win this year.
That's the end of regulation.
Final score 27-20. We get a look at the stats here. Rick and won the turnover battle.
Look at the TOP and the total yards are very even.
Actually outgained OKC 140-87. But
Yep.
it was those breakdowns in the red zone and those inability to capitalize off of it.
OKC gets some points on the board early, gets a lead, and Carolina just didn't have that extra gear. They could never catch up. They could score, and they looked their offense looked a lot better in the second half, did Carolina's, but like I said, just didn't have an ability to overcome or create a scoring differential, positive scoring differential for them in any quarter.
Reach Prasad finishes with 241 kick return yards and 91 receiving yards. Jackson led all of
Are you mumbling?
with 152. Randy Mercury over 130 yards. DJ Majesty 11 tackles. Dave Drury had 9 tackles. Sully Richardson, solid performance, but unfortunately for him, there was breakdowns in the red zone that ultimately cost his team
Right.
a really good shot at winning. Wally Herman 2 for 4 at kicks.
I thought, and there were some, sort of missed checkdowns or opportunities that were not taken advantage of. I think that will come as the game experience and the maturity develops there for recognizing what the defense may be giving you. I think that's part of the puzzle that is this game.
As we have Deacon Nickens as the player again, 19 for 25, 264 yards, passing touchdowns, and quarterback rating of 102.7.
Man, a stat line that anybody would envy. Nice job. Congratulations, Nickens.
So for all of us here at the Simulation Football League, our executive producer, Mr. Cameron Irvine, I'm Colin Nordrup, he's Rick Nordrup. So long from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Enjoy the rest of the games, folks. We've got games coming up at 3 and later on this evening at the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock hours. Have a good day.